How then, with whom, how do we situate this construct, this theory, this practice, such that the implications for the people of the United States become real? Bernardo Alvarez, the Venezuelan ambassador to Washington, is someone is a test case for us to really watch. He has the same kind of energy that you have, we have. He's on the case 24/7. But he has developed some skills that all too often we are not able to develop. He's able to situate himself with us, and that's an easy, economized language because at least we think we know the terminology from either our practice or the books we've been reading. But he's able to situate himself with senators and congressmen and city councils and local mayors, which is something that we find very difficult because sometimes our language is too rhetorical. Sometimes we don't have the confidence that we can actually handle the contradictions when someone says, well, you know, Chavez is a dictator. Then we get into a full defense of Chavez. We heard, I think this gentleman earlier, no, we heard Jorge Guerrero say today, President Chavez is an instrument. He's a concentrated expression of the views, the values, the aspiration. He is not the Bolivarian project. I have great respect for President Chavez. I have some criticisms of him in the context of that respect. But we've got to be able to talk about the content of this process in practical ways that people can then say, yes, I want to see. So that means bringing not just trade unionists to meet trade unionists, it means bringing some of these council people from Venezuela to meet in audiences like this, other city council people, mayors meeting mayors, congress people meeting, and that kind of cross-section. And I think that's the upshot from my vantage point of the importance, I would say the central importance of this construct and practice of participatory democracy, of how do we explain it in ways that it's accessible to people, and how do we bring people together who have like interests, and how do we take the long view? This is going to be a long process. Venezuela is by no means out of the woods. We've seen the preemptive policy of the Bush administration executed by Uribe from Colombia into Ecuador, but the real shot over the bow was not to Ecuador and the FARC. It was to Venezuela. Why? Because Venezuela is the axis of radical change from below in the world if you use the measurement of the neoliberal paradigm as the dominant governance philosophy and practice in the entire world. Then the most dynamic place confronting that, from the most radical leftist perspectives, from the most popular perspectives coming from the base, is in Latin America. And the center of that at any level of systematic scale is in the country of Venezuela.